YouTube, what's up? Pocket Profit coming live. Hopefully I've got good enough internet connection. I don't know if it's gonna be. We're gonna give it a shot anyway. I know I'm all focused and everything, but ooh, connection is not very good here, guys. It's yelling at me. See if it'll kick back in a little bit better. We'll try. Christian, you say it sounds okay. Yeah, it's telling me it's got very, very bad connection. Yeah, I'm not at home. I'm out and about. I do some stuff on Wednesdays, every single Wednesday, so I'm not at home. So that's why no green screen and no proper setup. But I still wanted to bring you some content. No pixelated video or voice on my end. I'm not sure. Does that mean you can't hear me at all, Christian? Or can you hear me? I just want to see. Can you guys hear me at all? Yes or no? Can you see me at all? Yes or no? Christian says it's good. Dance class or no, excuse me. LOL, I was waiting all day for you to go live. Thank you for coming in. All right, so you guys look like you can hear me. Looks like you guys can see me for the most part. I don't know how long it'll hold up. I don't have a lot of time today either. I'm actually like 45 minutes away from my house. I do an event every Wednesday. I help some people do some things. So I'm far away from home and it's snowing like crazy. So I don't have a ton of time. I have to wait till something else gets done before I leave. So that's why I'm here going live. So like I said, I don't have a ton of time. What time is it? I got till about 8:45. Oh, sorry guys. I was checking the time and I couldn't swipe up. Anyway, yeah, so it's a little different setup. It's a little, what's up, James? Go get on with it so you can go do donuts. Yeah, do donuts in the parking lot. No, I'm good. I'm good. But all right, guys. This video is gonna be a little different and a little bit something maybe informational for you guys. You guys just tell me how the quality is, because it keeps coming in and out saying bad connection, bad connection. So I'll get to it. I'll tell you what we're talking about, okay? Like I said, if it ends up working really bad, or you can't hear me, can't see me, just let me know. If it ends up too bad, we can do this tomorrow. So Christian said, I love driving in the snow. Nobody ever handle rain driving down here. Hey, get off my soccer mom minivan. I got a van. Why? Because it fits a lot of stuff in it when I go sourcing. Duh. Why wouldn't you? It is cutting in and out a little bit, but give it a shot anyway. All right, so hopefully it fixes itself. It is whatever. I don't care. Too big deal. If it gets too bad, like I said, let me know. Here, just en route to grocery store. Okay, what's up, Euro? All right, so in this video, we are going to talk about something that actually got me started into reselling, okay? A specific type of product and item. And if you guys have been around before, I've told it to you guys before, but that was a trading card game, okay? A kid's game, as a lot of people would call it. A lot of you guys might call it a kid's game. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button too. Right where it tells me if you've liked it or how many people here, all it says now is very bad connection. So I'm gonna get that one out of here. None of that. We don't need none of that. Looks like we got about 9 people in the house and no likes hardly. Let's get some likes in the house so we can get started on this video, on this topic that you guys I don't think would know very much of. Okay, so let's get a like spike going and we'll go ahead and get started. So I started selling on eBay when I was playing a trading card game of the name of Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? I don't know if any of you guys know Yu-Gi-Oh! A few of you guys look like you have some anime icons as your picture and stuff like that, so you guys might be familiar with it. Let me know if you guys ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! As a trading card game at all. Let me know, okay? I'm waiting in the comments. Have you heard of anything like Yu-Gi-Oh! Before? There's other ones. Just let me know what you've heard of before. Elizabeth says no. Okay. Anybody else? Have you guys heard of Yu-Gi-Oh before? It's a pretty big card game. Konami owns it. If you guys know anything about Konami, the company. Chloe says she knows about it. Yeah, Konami is a huge company. They own like casino games and a bunch of video games, just a bunch of stuff. Konami's kind of a little bit everywhere. James says, yeah. All right. So that's how I got started. I know nothing beyond the Japanese anime connection. Okay. Commander says, yeah, we know. Just another stupid card game fad. You know, that is not true. Yu-Gi-Oh is actually still very, very, very popular. And I don't play as much now just because I've been very busy, but I did play competitively. I was a decent player. Living in Minnesota, we have regionals where if you do well, you can get an invite to a national tournament, which I've done a few times. If you're really good and you win bigger tournaments, they give really good prizes like money, Xboxes, things like that. But if you like win a really big tournament, they pay you to come to Worlds, which is like in Japan, China, wherever they're having Worlds. So it's not as maybe it's very, very, very popular still, and still very popular in the US, okay? Along with a whole bunch of other card games. But Yu-Gi-Oh is very popular. Even in where I live, the small area I live, there's a huge Yu-Gi-Oh community. And I'm guessing in most places, most towns, there's going to be one sort of community. It's either going to be like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. There's normally always somebody or somewhere in a town that plays these card games, okay? And you're always going to find one. I'm pretty sure. But like I said, my small town is tiny. And every town I've lived in, there's always been some sort of community for Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or Pokemon or something like that. Now, I know a lot of you guys thinking like, oh, that's stupid. Like, who the heck would want to play a game like that? Now, I don't like that kind of talk, okay? Because if you've never played it, never tried to play it, you have zero understanding of what you're talking about, okay? What you guys don't understand, a lot of people, is these card games are very skillful, and you have to be smart to play them, okay? Especially at a competitive level. It's crazy. Like, this is how I compare it to people. When people have no idea, they're like, oh, that's dumb, why would you play that? Well, do you call people that played chess dumb? Stupid? No. Okay? It's like the same thing. Cards of like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, these things is, I always say it's chess, okay? But the pieces are worth money, okay? And people kind of understand it better when I say it to them like that, okay? It's chess, so it's very strategic. You have to learn it, have to learn how to play, and whatever. But the pieces are worth money, okay? And I have examples with you. I better stick to Uno. Hey, Uno is worth money if you can find it sealed, brand new. But yeah, it is actually very difficult. There are easier ways to play, but like if you want to play competitive, it is actually very hard, and you better practice, practice, practice. I'll give you an example, like a regional, okay, like a local regional Minnesota event is going to have upwards to 300 to 400 people show, okay, for this event. It's a one-day event, and you get there and you register. There's this whole ordeal. You got to have like a Konami card, all this stuff. It's a big deal, and you pretty much play from like 10 in the morning or whatever till almost 9 at night or whatever, especially if you're doing well, okay? It's a big, big thing. So it's the Dungeons & Dragons of anime. Yeah, I mean, you could put some references in there, but Dungeons & Dragons is completely different, I would say. But, so, try and spend with cards. I'm not sure what that says. Okay, but getting back to kind of the topic. So, what people don't realize is these cards are worth a lot of money. Why? Because they have they're relevant, I can't speak to you guys. They are prominent in like a tournament style, okay? So, let's say it's with supply and demand for one, and they do that by making things harder to get. And two, how useful and good it is in tournament play. So let's say, let's use an analogy, okay? Like if you're a professional pool player or a professional dart thrower or whatever, right? Most times the best equipment is the most expensive, right? So if you want the fancy darts and they make you play better and things are better, yes, I'm selling them. Things like that, you pay more money for them, right? It's the same with card games, okay? If the card does better things for you at a tournament, they're going to be worth more money, okay? Now, you guys think of it as like a piece of paper, not worth anything. I have a couple of cheaper examples. I don't have my really expensive stuff with me. I just grabbed my bag to show you a few examples from a few different card games, okay? So, I'll show you guys one, and it'll be off Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? This is called the KS Emperor Dragon. See? Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. See how it's shiny like that? I know this is kind of geeky maybe, but I'll tell you why it's important, okay? Yep, Black Lotus for Magic is really expensive. So can you guys see that pretty good? See how it's shiny like that? All right. Get a good view of that. I know it's kind of hard to see, but this card, okay, it's $30, okay? I could sell this card right now for $30, just about 30 bucks, okay? This piece of paper, okay, I have it in a sleeve. This is all it is. It's a card, okay? Looks like this, shiny. I can sell it for $30 just by itself. And that's somewhat of a cheaper card, okay? This is an older one, harder to get. It's not mint condition, but still would bring about 30 bucks, okay? So when you guys sit there and laugh at people who play card games like this, or you just crap on them, or you know, you're just like, what are those worthless cards? They're not necessarily worthless, okay? Prime example, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It says it on the back. Looks like this. This card is 30 bucks, okay? Seriously, you guys look it up, okay? If you guys want to look it up on eBay, be my guest, okay? It's Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. And then if you want to look up the specific code so you guys can get the exact one, it's I0C-000, so 3 zeros, okay? Believe me, yes, 30 bucks, okay? And this is somewhat of a cheap one, okay? They can go in the hundreds. You want to fight a helicopter? Go fight a helicopter, man. How often do I find them? I find cards all the time at thrift stores, okay? In the wild. I find them all the time. Just this last weekend, I found one, and I'll show you guys, okay? This one I found this weekend at a Savers, and it was in a bag or whatever, and the bag was like $2, okay? $2 for the bag, okay? And this one was in here, okay? So, fire up the helicopter as I throw you out of it. Not fight a helicopter. All right. Too many trolls in here. Anyway, but this one, okay, is Pokemon, and it's Charizard, okay? It's a newer version card, okay? I know it's kind of hard to see, guys, but it's foil, and it looks really, 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 really cool if you're into art and that kind of stuff, okay? It's very common as well, Pokemon. I don't find a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, but usually decent. Yep. So this one was in a package, okay? In a random bag at Savers, okay? And it was like $2, okay? Now, this card, since it's not mint condition, a lot of times when you find them at thrift stores and stuff, they're not mint condition. They're kids, they've been beat up, and they lose a lot of value that way. But if they're in decent condition, this one's decent. This one's like a $20 card, okay? People pay like $20 just for this card. And a kid's, whatever. Yeah, some cards are worth a ton, okay? So this one is worth like 20 bucks, just as is, not quite mint condition. It's like $15 to $20, and I found it in a bag for $2. All I did was, and here's the secret. This is how you find out how much they're worth. Here is the super secret, okay? All you do is, you see their name, which it's hard to see on here, it's backwards. But up here, it's going to say whatever name the card is. If this is specific to Pokemon, whatever their name is, okay, type it in. Whatever the thing is, if it says Pokemon EX, okay, go ahead and hit, just type in Pokemon Charizard EX, okay. And on the bottom here, I know it's really hard to see. I wish I could show you a little bit better. Way, way, way at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. I know it's hard to see. There's a set of numbers. On here it says 100-106, okay? So all you got to do to look this card up is go to eBay or wherever and type in Charizard EX 100/106, okay? And it's going to pull it up, and it's going to tell you the value of this card. Just like with this one, okay, this Yu-Gi-Oh one, you just type in the name, or you can just type in the little code that's, I know it's really little hard to see, but right down here you can kind of see where it is. Just this little code right here, and it will pull up the correct card, okay? This one's IOC-30, okay? It's that simple. So you could be missing out on a lot of money if you're not looking at cards like this, okay? And then last example is just a Magic card. Okay, this one's also foil. I think this one again is about 20-ish, $20 to $30 on here. What he's not telling us is he's outside the tournament room. No, I am not actually. Those are on Mondays, not Wednesdays, okay? There are tournaments that I can go to locally that are on Mondays. Magic normally is always on Friday. I don't really play Magic, but I dabble in buying and selling the cards just a little bit. So I'll buy cards and I'll sell them. And that's really how I got started selling, guys, is I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Because all my friends did. And I started realizing that I could buy the pieces from people, cards, instead of trading for half value. So I would buy this, let's say, for $10 to $15, so they would take cash instead of trade for it. And then I would go back and I would sell it for $30. Okay, that's how I got started reselling. And I know you guys think it's kind of funny, kind of lame, but I'm an honest person, and that's the truth of how I got started. But it's ridiculous, guys. There is so much money out there if you're willing to look for it, even in stupid, quote-unquote, kids card games that you guys might think is stupid, okay? I have a friend who's an art teacher, okay? He's an art teacher at a school, and he still plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And other card games, okay? He makes almost the same, if not a little bit more money selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards than he does teaching at a school as an art teacher, okay? Who cares what you're selling if you're making money, right? For the most part, as long as it's legal and good. But he makes his almost same salary selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards as he does as a teacher. Now, if you guys think that's stupid and lame, then sorry, maybe reselling and making money isn't your thing. Maybe. But that's pretty crazy, I think, if you are able to do that, okay? It's a huge, huge, huge business online. There's actually places that you can take cards. Say, like, you found these cards and you don't really know what you're doing and you don't want to sell them yourself. There's places you can sell them to directly, okay? There's like Troll and Toad is a website that you can click on, and you can tell them what you have or what they're looking for cards, and they'll buy them directly from you, and then you don't have to do anything else. So say you found this card, okay? They might say you found it, like 2 of these in a I don't know, a thing of cards, whatever. I don't know, let's see. Sorry, guys. Anyway, but they will buy it direct from you. So say if you found this for $2 and you don't want to have to do the work to selling it on eBay or something, just go on, let's say, Troll and Toad, and they're like, hey, I'll give you $15 for it. Yeah, they might turn around and sell it for $30, but you could just sell it very quickly to them, and deal's done. Okay, you just send it to them, and they send you money. Pretty simple, okay? So that's kind of the topic, guys. I know a lot of people in here were hating on it, and guess what, guys? Leave. You don't have to watch it. Leave. This is my channel. I'm going to talk about what I want to. If you don't like it, get the hell out of here, okay? I don't want to be mean, but that's just how it goes, okay? More accounts that you're willing to move your little finger over. I'm not sure what you're saying. But yeah, so I don't know, have you ever seen any cards or Pokemon cards or Magic cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards that you've bypassed that you have no idea? Local shops usually trade for credit unless they are bigger. Yeah, they'll trade for, you can go into a shop too, and a lot of shops will actually purchase cards from you, okay? They will, if you go to a local shop, they'll buy cards. So like I've had it where I've been at the card shop, and someone's like, hey, I found my cards from 20 years ago when I used to play Pokemon, but I don't anymore. I need help finding out some value, and if you're interested in buying them. And a lot of the times, if the shops are allowed to, they'll buy them from people. And they all know it's for a markup, you know, but you know that going into it. But they'll go in and sell cards, and make a bunch of money off of, even if they didn't know what it was. So it's one of those things, okay? It's a little bit outside of people's comfort zones, but it's definitely something you guys should look at and do. So the comments were going pretty quick. I was trying to focus on talking there. So has anyone dabbled in this stuff? Have you guys looked for this stuff? Have you found anything like this and bought it and not knowing? I just want to hear your guys' opinions. Have you found anything like this before? Whether it's Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, anything like that, Pokemon, and maybe you have some questions about it. I'm not a complete expert on when it comes to like certain stuff, but I know quite a bit about Yu-Gi-Oh since it's what I played a lot. And I know a few tricks and things for like Pokemon and Magic as well. So Elizabeth says no, but I'll definitely be looking. You say I do, obviously. LOL. Kitty says yes. I mean, and there's so many collectors out there, guys. Okay, Magic. Now, with Magic cards, guys, there's a little bit of a trick in some ways to help decide what cards may be better value, okay? One, with all trading card games, almost, that I've seen, when they're foil, which means they're shiny, okay, they got like like this one, it's got a really, really shine to it like that, okay? And this one is a secret rare, what it's called. See how it's got extra shine in the background? Those ones normally are the ones that are going to be worth money, okay? I mean, you guys probably think that anyway, but if you didn't, a lot of times the ones that are shiny, that a lot of people say, or foil, are the ones that are going to be worth money, okay? So if you find a pack of just none that are foil, chances are they're probably not going to be worth much, okay? There are times where commons are very expensive. Commons are non-foil. Sorry, I'm talking like you guys know what I'm talking about. But there are times, but it doesn't happen a lot, okay? So most times if they're shiny, start there. That's the ones you want to look for, okay? Now with Magic, they kind of do a rarity by colors of their symbols, okay? So down here, right here, okay? See, I don't know if you guys can see it really well, but see how it's kind of a gold color? Okay? That's how they do their rarities. So they go like black, white, or something like that. Then it goes like gold is like the next step up. And then the rarest one, the hardest color to get in that symbol is red. That's like their mythic or mystic or mythic rare or whatever it is. So if you see any Magic cards and they have a little red symbol, like right here, that's a good indication for you to look them up. Even the gold ones can be worth money too. So if you're out, look for, and you see Magic cards and there's gold or red, I would definitely take the time to look those up, especially if they're foil, okay? Now Magic's weird. They kind of do a weird thing where I think every card that comes in a set can be foil, okay? Yeah, mythic rares. Okay, thank you. Yeah, every card I think in the set can come foil, like this, shiny. But when it's a mythic rare, the red and foil, it's always 10 times more expensive. And I'll give you an example. There's times where there's a card if it's not foil and it's red, that might be worth like $2, okay? Not foil, but it's mythic, it's got red. But if it's foil, so shiny and red, it could be 10, just for the fact that it is a foil and the mythic red symbol, okay? Just because it's harder to get, much harder to get. One, it being red, mythic, harder to get, and hard to get foil, okay? So if you see a red and it's foil, I don't care what it is, look it up, because it's probably going to be worth about $10. Anywhere from 5 to 10, almost guaranteed, normally every time. If it's just red, still look it up, but it might not be as good. So do unrare or common ones sell? They can. That's why it is a little overwhelming, so I'm trying to give you guys like the best game plan, the best way to attack it if you see them. So start with the foils, and if it's magic specific, make sure you start with the red and the gold, because those are the higher rarities when it comes to the little symbol, okay? Those are the best rarities. Now, there are times where there are just the gold symbol, and they're not shiny, and they're still worth like $5 to $10 some of the time, especially if they're a land, it's called in the game. That's basically their tool to do all their stuff with other cards. They have to use land to make that happen. So it does depend. There is a lot of differences. Older can be worth more, newer can be worth, it's just, it is very hard to keep it all in your head, but I just want to give you the basics so you guys can get interested and start looking for it. So look for the red in Magic, look for the foils in Magic, and pretty much all the other card games when they're shiny. Those are the ones to start with first, okay? But not every shiny card is worth money. Not every foil is worth money. It's just a really good place to start. That's where I would start if you're just starting to like learn about it or get into it, dab a little bit, okay? Now, the crazy thing, guys, is there's levels to selling cards like this, okay? There are different routes you can go. There are a bunch of different places to sell cards. The only way to study is to learn to play even at a better level. You don't have to know how to play, I don't think, to find valuable cards. It does help because it's like meta, like it's what's being played right now. But if you played right this moment, cards from 5 years ago that are still worth a lot of money, like this one is actually still worth a lot of money, but no one ever plays it because either you can't or you just don't because it's not good in the meta, it's still worth $30. So I kind of contradict that statement a little bit. It would have helped to play, yeah. Do you need to? No, because no one's playing this card, but it's still worth $30. And you wouldn't see this unless it's in a trade binder. So that's kind of a little statement I'll attach to that last comment that you had posted, okay? My little pro does, I think. I just don't know which ones or ones. Yeah, I mean, a good way to even do that, you could help him. Maybe a lot of times people will, like this card, this kid probably had no idea it was worth $20. And most times they don't because they collect them and they like the show and they want to hold on to them. They don't understand the relevance to the like tournament style. So a lot of times most kids don't know the value of the cards. So you're saying if your brother has some sort of playing card games, maybe just sit down with them and go through them and maybe just do a start general search and be like, hey, whatever your brother's name is, this card's worth $20. Do you want to sell it? And you can use some of that money to buy more cards, or do you want to invest it in buying better cards? You know, try to do it that way. Maybe look at it and try that a little bit. That's a good way to start too. But yeah, that was just kind of a basic information. One thing, like I said, I want to touch on is there's a bunch of different routes you can go when it comes to playing or selling cards anyway. You can, sell them yourself on eBay, Amazon. There's a bunch of other places. I'll get back to that. You can, like I said, sell them yourself on eBay is a good place. There's also places you can sell them and sign up as almost like an Amazon or something like that. TCG Player is another good place where you can upload your inventory, blah blah blah, and when someone purchases it from you, you ship it to the customer just like you would with eBay and stuff. But it's a much different thing. You don't have to take pictures. You just upload your inventory, and then when people buy stuff, you get notified from like an email or whatever. And then you go through there and print your labels and stuff like that. So, so if you want, and I think they might take a little bit less in fees too. So, if you ended up getting into it a lot or wanted to try it, that's a good way to go as well. So there's like TCG Player, eBay. You can also sell them on Amazon. I've never tried selling them on Amazon FBA before, but I have sold them on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled. Like I've sold like a Trishula a long time ago. That was like a $40 or $30 card, and I had got it and I sold it on there, and I shipped it myself and everything. So it's a huge market. If you guys don't know, it's a huge market. There's so many different ways you can sell it, different platforms, eBay, Amazon, all that kind of stuff. Crazy, okay? But I want to touch on one subject that I have yet to dabble in, but I want to. And this is what that guy I was telling you about does, the teacher friend that I have. What he does is he gets hard to get cards for the most part, or old school cards that have a lot of nostalgic value. And he only gets them if they're really good condition, okay? And then he gets the cards graded, okay? He's got a PSA account, and he ships all his cards into them, and then they grade them, okay? Which I'm sure you guys know this with like baseball cards. You've heard about it before, condition. And what's their grade? What's their PSA? So he'll send them in. Say he buys like a $30 card from someone because it's perfect condition, okay? Really nostalgic, really cool card. Say like this one was really mint condition and like a first edition. He would buy it from me for full value or close to. He would ship it in to PSA. They would grade it, send it back to him. And say it gets a Gem Mint 10, okay? He would sell it for like $300-400 on eBay as a graded card, okay? Like, it's crazy. Like this card, like I was happy to find it, but I was also really mad that it wasn't good condition. Like it was beat up. Like a good example on the back, it's got some whiting. Like on the top, you guys can kind of see that a little bit, like right there where it's been kind of monkeyed with and stuff. If this was a perfect condition card, nothing wrong with it, okay? Mint condition. The last one that got a PSA 10, perfect condition by PSA, sold for $500, okay? Let me repeat that. This $15 to $20 card right now, because of its condition, if it was a Gem Mint 10 or a PSA 10, the last one on eBay, I believe, sold for $500, okay? I'm not joking. Look it up. $500. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But this is such a fan favorite and such a huge following. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. Yes, Naomi, 500. That's why I sent a couple pictures to my buddy, because we've done a few deals where I'll have him grade cards for me, and he'll pay for it, and then we'll sell it for quite a bit more, and then we'll kind of split the profit on it. Let's see, I opened... Cool, man. Very cool. He was saying he does pack opening. So, are there any websites that show ranks and values? Where do you source them? So crazy. So, I would check eBay. That's a good way to start. Also, check places for like on a TCG Player. Those are the two. Those are the two that are really normally the best places. Magic Card has Star City Games, I think it is. But they're normally like, so if you want to sell a card to someone, I'm going to put it this way. If you're going to sell a Magic card, okay, and this is maybe weaselly, and you guys tell me, but say you want to sell a Magic card, okay, and you're going to look up the value for it. Always check Star City Games when you're telling someone the value of your card. because Star City Games is always more expensive than, let's say, eBay, almost always. So say this game on eBay is a $15 card. Most of the time on Star City, it's going to be closer to 20. Okay, so say you find this card and someone's like, well, I want to buy it. How much? What's the value on it right now? Go ahead and be like, type into Star City Games, type what it is, and look it up and be like, oh, it's 20 bucks. And they'll, you either trade for it or they'll pay 20 bucks for it. But if you go on eBay, most of the time this is like 15 or 16, 17. So you're probably going to get more money selling Magic cards to people when you value it at Star City Games prices. So that's just a little tip. Little difference if you guys wanted to ever sell Magic cards. If you want higher values when selling it to other people, look at like Star City Games, because most times they're more expensive on there. You're not lying, so what's wrong with it? Nothing's. You're not lying. You're right. It's not. I mean, some people find it maybe whatever, wishy-washy. But if the person is not willing to do the research themselves, then that's kind of what I say. Like, if you're not willing to put the value or the work in to know the pricing yourself, it's your fault, kind of. Some good apps as well for a general. I haven't found too many apps. I'm sure there are some good ones, just because like it's been a while since I've really sold a lot of cards. I used to sell them all the time, but since you normally have to ship them out yourself, I haven't done it a whole lot. Like, I have a lot of really expensive cards that I kind of want to sell, but they're really, really hard to get. And I kind of want to keep them because I still like to play the game, guys. Like, I still play the card game, just not very much, just because I'm so busy and I have some other goals set right now. But I would like to get back and do it eventually. But yeah, like, I have probably, like, if I were to look at my binder, if like the first couple pages of a certain book, it's probably like a couple $1,000s worth of cards, just because they're really hard to get. They're like turbo pack stuff, which they don't make anymore. Certain rarities or misprints and things like that. So, like, I have probably a couple $1,000s in like, I don't know, 20 cards maybe, close to, or maybe a little less than that at home in my good stuff. That's stuff I don't bring anywhere. But it's just, I didn't know if you guys had any idea that these cards, things like this, could be worth so much. Like, a good example is there used to be a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! That when it came out, it was so dominant. It was $150 per card, and you needed 3 of them in a deck, okay? $150 for one card. It happens all the time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? Like right now, there's a card like Snow Winter's Ash Blossom or whatever. It's like a $60 to $80 card any given day, and most people play 3 of them. Okay, so it's serious money. There's serious money in this, not only for collecting like old school cards like this, or new school cards that are being used for tournaments. Crazy, crazy money in children's card games. I'm gonna do this, children's card games, okay? So yeah, any questions, anything I can try to help answer? I don't see a lot of people talking about this, especially in the reselling community. I think it's something that a lot of people either don't know or just don't deal with, or are too afraid with, or don't have any knowledge on, so they just stay away from it. So that's kind of and it's a topic I like, so it's something I like to talk about because, you know, like I said, I've played for a long time. I was a decent player, not great because I didn't, you know, play all the time, but a good player. Like I've topped regionals. Like one of the last ones, there was like 300 people. I got like, I think it was like 28th place out of that many. And so I got an invite to nationals, and I went to nationals. Didn't do very good because that's where all the good top players play, like the pro teams and the sponsored teams. There's a huge market, guys. Like there's pro teams, there's sponsored teams, there's YouTube channels. Like it's huge. But I didn't play very well, but I went for the experience. It was the first one that I was actually traveling to. But I've topped a few regionals a couple times, and definitely very fun, good community. But anyway. So any questions? This looks like there's about 7 people still in here, maybe more. You guys are dropping like flies, but maybe that's because of the topic. But I don't know if you guys are getting any value out of this. Let me know. You know, it is my channel and I want to talk about what I want to, but I also want to make sure you guys are learning something and are entertained or something, you know, getting something out of it. So let's see, is this true you can earn money on YouTube? Yes, you can. Absolutely. There's a lot of different ways you can make money on YouTube. Yes, thank you very much. You are welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you for sticking around. It does make me feel a little bit better when you guys come and hang out, and you know, you guys do learn something. So thanks for another potential income source. Yeah, man, there's so many ones out there. This one was just a little bit more dear to my heart a little bit. So yeah, definitely undercovered. Absolutely. Yeah, there's just not a lot of people, and it's not for everybody, guys. Like, if you're not interested and it doesn't pique your interest, don't worry about it. I just want to bring things to your attention if I can, you know? If this isn't your thing, don't worry about it. If you don't like doing it, don't do it. Do what you like to do, okay? I like to look at things because I know values in some, and it's just like another treasure hunt, okay? But I mean, like this, I knew it was going to be worth something. I had no idea what it was going to be worth, but I did the research, looked at it, and I bet it would sell in like 2 days if I priced it right. How do you spell it? What? How do you spell what? Naomi says, how can you earn money on YouTube? I thought I'm not sure what that said. She wanted to know, do you guys want a little bit of backstory, a little bit on how you make money on YouTube? Is that what you're asking? So it would be Y-U-G-I-O-H, Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? And there are like dashes in between there, but you don't have to do that. Just type in Y-U-G-I-O-H, Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? But maybe I would make a little bit of a different video on some of the ways to, yes, that's correct. Y-U-G-I-H-O, or O-H, sorry, O-H. I'm not a good speller, but yes, Y-U-G-I-O-H. But I would probably maybe make another video, maybe next live stream we can talk about how to make money on YouTube a little bit. And what, you guys, I don't make like anything on YouTube right now, okay? Nothing. It's kind of like you're saying that you have to have a big channel, and there's a bunch of different ways to do it, and it's just a really like kind of long-winded topic a little bit. So I think maybe we should save it for another live stream. I don't know when that's going to be. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, obviously. Hopefully you guys are going to have fun, do something, eat some turkey, or just anything fun. It doesn't have to be holiday related, just something that is fun. But I'm actually going to be gone. I'm going to be in the cities after. I'm going to do some Thanksgiving stuff, and then I'm going to leave to the cities, and I'm spending the night down there. And then I'm going to do a little shopping. I don't know how much Black Friday I want to get into. There might be a few things I go after, and maybe, but maybe not. But I do want to hit the stores pretty good and do my own thing. I don't know if I want to be with the rush of people for Black Friday this year and whatever. But I'm not going to be at home, so I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I might do one at the hotel. If the internet's good enough, we'll do a live stream, hopefully, depending what time it is. And then Friday, I'll be shopping all day. And it depends if I spend another night down there, then that night I might do one. Or I'll film a video or something like that. And then Saturday, I should be able to do one, depending on what time I get home. If not, Sunday for sure, okay? But that's why you guys got to join that Facebook group, okay? Check that description below, you guys. Get into that Facebook group. Make sure you apply. And I'll approve you guys. And we can still continue the conversation in there. James is posting. A lot of new people are in there posting what they find, what they've sold. So if you're new and you haven't done that yet, make sure you guys check the description below and get into the Facebook group. Especially if you find something like this, okay, and you have questions, you can try to post it in there, and I can try to help you if I have time, or maybe I'll want the card. It's possible you find a good one that's Yu-Gi-Oh! I might buy it from you directly, okay, just for me. That could be a possibility. Also, guys, just like always, if you want to donate to the channel, that's in the description below as well. Don't feel like you have to, but I want to mention it for anyone that wants to. That PayPal is in there, and I do really appreciate it. And I normally always shout you guys out the next video or if I see it right away and it shows me, I can shout you out as well. So shameless plug. If you want to do that, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, we can talk about YouTube maybe on the next one or something like that. Any certain cards you looking for? Not really, since like I said, I'm not playing as much now. But anything harder to get, anything worth money, anything like that. So there's a lot of things. Did you get a strange text? Yes, I did. Do not share that information, Oz, if that was you, okay? I don't want to have to go through that. And I'm not hating on you, but let's not do that a little bit. But there's got to be a little bit of personal boundaries, right? Right? Okay? So let's keep that our little secret. But anyway, any questions, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about cards in general or anything at all? Let me see what time it is. Ooh, it is past my bedtime. Just kidding. Any closer? No, I have to have 1,000 subscribers, guys, to get Super Chat. So if you want to help me out, get some more subscribers in here. I really would appreciate it if you guys can find people or share these videos to someone that would have fun in here or whatever, or want to help me out with Super Chat or subscriptions or anything like that, being subscribed. I super would appreciate it. It makes it easier, and it really does help support me when it comes to making these videos, because it is very time consuming in a way. That's why I tell you guys, if you want to donate, go ahead and do it, just because we've been here almost for an hour. Like right now I don't have much going on, but there are things I could be working on Amazon merch and stuff, but I want to do this. I want to have a good time with you guys. So anytime you guys want to or feel like you want to support the stream or me at all, it helps a lot. It really does if you want to donate at all. But don't feel like you have to. Just being here, showing up, commenting, liking the videos, having a good time is super, super important. It really is awesome to me. So Euro Friday, I'm looking forward to it. I really do appreciate it. Don't feel like you have to, but I do really appreciate it, and it means a lot. But I have to get going, so I got time for like one question. I'm actually over time. I have to actually help put some stuff away, put some things away before I have to make this drive home. So if you guys have any quick questions, anything you want to bring up, let me know very quickly, but I got to go. Make sure you guys are checking out the description below. Look at that Facebook group. Look at the donation page. Look at the merch shirt. Anything you guys want to do, I would really appreciate it. But I think I'm going to jump out of here. Let me know if you had a good time, and let me know everything was fun and we had some topics that you guys learned something about, and anything. So happy early Thanksgiving. Thank you. Bye. See you soon. See you later, kitty. See you later, world, forever. Anybody else want to say anything before we go? I will try to drive safe. I almost hit a deer on the way here. Hopefully not. Euro, good fun. Thanks, Elizabeth, for saying that. Anybody else before we get out here? Bye, everybody. I gotta make sure you hit that like button before you get out of here. All right, guys. I will see you guys on the next one, whether it's tomorrow or Sunday or whatever it is, okay? Thank you so much for coming by. Have a good time. See you guys later. Thanks, Christian. See you later, Oz. See you later, Kitty. Bye. I'll see you guys on the next one.